Kid Dracula for the Game Boy. This game is supposed to be a spin-off of Castlevania, but it plays a lot more like Mega Man than Castlevania. There are 2 games in the series, one for the NES and one for the Game Boy. The NES game never made it to the States, but it doesn't matter because the Game Boy version did, and it's a ton of fun. The game has good music. Maybe not as good as Castlevania, but that's kind of asking a lot for a Game Boy game. The game is fun, and the boss battles are funny and unexpected. They're sort of parodies of Castlevania bosses. You fight like Jason, Frankenstein, and the Grim Reaper, except they're all a lot sillier than the Castlevania versions. For example, the first boss is a really tiny ghost. He takes like 3 hits and is super easy. He runs off crying and you feel like this game is for babies. Then the bigger one comes out, and you beat him and he runs off crying. Then an old man version of the ghost comes out, and you can't kill him. I was like, how am I supposed to kill this guy? But because he's old, you just have to let him run around and tire himself out, and then the little ghost drags him off screen. It's fun, and it's funny. When you beat a boss, you get a new power just like in Mega Man. Except you have to do the bosses in order, so it's kind of more like Castlevania in that way. The game has a lot of little touches. Like when you pause the game, the little Dracula head at the bottom of the screen goes to sleep and starts snoring. The game can be hard at parts, but it's not a big deal because the game has unlimited continues and it has 4 fun little mini games where you can earn extra lives. The games are back-catching, a magician-esque sticking swords in the box, paper, rock, scissors, and last but not least, pogo stick bouncing to pop balloons. And there's a trick to getting a lot of coins for the games. Charging your weapon and killing an enemy gives you a coin. But in the 3rd stage, there's an endless stream of barrels, and each one is worth 1 coin if you charge up and shoot it. All you have to do is keep killing them and getting the coins. Once you have as many as you need, take them to the store and earn all the extra lives you want. There's a lot of variety in the levels. The game has a roller coaster stage where you dodge birds and try to stay on the platform, and it has a crazy elevator stage where you have to jump from platform to platform until you make it to the top. But it also has a stage with big flames like Contra 3, where you have to stick to the ceiling to get past them. The one thing I wish this game had was more buttons. You have to press select to scroll through your powers. By the end of the game, you have like 10 powers, so it's not very practical to try to switch between them on the fly. Luckily, the game lets you pause and switch, which is annoying, but it's better than the alternative of not being able to switch fast enough. Alright, so bottom line, this game is like a mix of Contra, Mega Man, and Castlevania, except not as hard as any of those. It's fun, and since you probably missed it the first time, now would be a good time to go out and pick it up.